The Jungle Book is one of my favorite Disney animated movies. I have mixed thoughts on the sequel. There are some parts of it that I really like, but there are also some parts that I really don't like. I really liked the remake in 2016, and consider it to be the best Disney remake of all time. And I'm still waiting on the sequel to it. It looks like it's been shelved for now in favor of other Disney remakes and sequels. But what if I told you that back in the 2000s, Disney was planning another sequel to the 1967 classic? It would have taken place after the events of The Jungle Book 2. As remember, back in the 2000s, Disney was cranking out Disney direct-to-DVD sequels, such as Tarzan 2, Mulan 2, Cinderella 3, and so forth. The Jungle Book 3 was going to be like those sequels. Only instead of going to theaters, the third one was going to be released direct-to-DVD like the other sequels. But after John Lasseter became Chief Creative Officer at Walt Disney Animation, The Jungle Book 3 got cancelled, along with a bunch of other interesting sequels. But what exactly was this planned Jungle Book 3 going to be about? Well, Baloo and Shere Khan would have been sold off to a Russian circus, and it would be up to Mowgli and the gang to go rescue them. Along the course of the film, Shere Khan begins to regret his actions towards mankind, and reforms by the end of the film. Now honestly guys, I have mixed thoughts on Shere Khan having a redemption arc. It's kind of a bizarre way to continue. But on the other hand, it does seem kind of interesting, giving Shere Khan some development. Maybe there's a whole new dimension to his character that could be worth exploring. Also, I've always kind of wondered what it would be like if Mowgli and Shere Khan became friends. Sadly, these ideas never saw the light of day. I mentioned John Lasseter becoming Chief Creative Officer at Walt Disney Animation Studios, but there are also some other factors that played in the cancellation of The Jungle Book 3. Another factor was that Tony Jay, the voice of Shere Khan, passed away, and Disney just didn't want to replace his voice. And even though The Jungle Book 2 was a hit in theaters, it didn't do so well on DVD. With DVD being the first market for this movie, this was a clear sign to Disney that The Jungle Book was not going to be a profitable, big DVD seller. Also, the critics' reviews for this film were vastly unkind. So not only was it not selling as much copies as Disney wanted, critics and fans weren't even wanting any more Jungle Book. It's really easy to see why the sequel was canceled. It kinda sucks because they had some really interesting ideas for a third installment. And now, those ideas will never come to fruition. In 2006, after John became Chief Creative Officer at Disney, all direct-to-DVD sequels were canceled, and The Jungle Book 3, along with all of the other interesting sequels, were left to fade in the dust. 10 years later, Disney released the live-action remake, and it seems like everyone loves it. And it did very well. It almost made $1 billion at the box office. There is supposed to be a sequel to it, but I'm not so sure if it's going to happen now. It seems like the entire Jungle Book franchise is left in question right now. Oh well. So guys, let me know what your thoughts on the Jungle Book 3 are. Do you like this idea? Do you think they could have done something really interesting with it? Or are you happy, like a lot of people, that this never happened? For me, I can't help but wonder what could have been. Leave your thoughts down in the comments, and if there's another sequel you'd like me to talk about, leave it down in the comments. I will see you guys later. Thank you for watching.